It's all kicking off in the European Union over the issue of Israel and Palestine, as the European Union have now been forced to pause their friendship with Palestine. Sad news for the liberal globalists who've been cozying up to the Arabs for the past few decades because of oil. And now the narrative is changing, so they can't really go with oil. So they are going to throw the Palestinians under the bus. It's all kicking off, and it's really, really embarrassing what the establishment have done and the media for the past few decades with their lies and propaganda. But in this video, we're going to talk about some fake news as well. Well, challenging it, not promoting it. This news outlet, I24 News English, said that apparently a source at the EU told them that the EU wanted to issue a harsher statement, but Luxembourg, Ireland and Denmark refused to call Hamas a terror organization. So everyone said, well, that's not good. You know, what's going on? I mean, we're not surprised about Ireland. But what's going on with Denmark? But then we had each country, most of them, apart from Luxembourg, I haven't found anything from them yet, debunking it. Denmark said, Denmark firmly reject the false information that Denmark should have objected to qualifying Hamas as a terrorist organization in negotiating an EU declaration. Denmark would never do that. Hamas is already listed as a terror organization by the EU, and Denmark has on several occasions referred to Hamas as such. That's what Denmark did, defensive. Then we had Ireland saying, in response to queries, obviously the foreign ministry of Ireland confirmed that it is categorically false that Ireland refused to agree a reference to Hamas as a terror organization. In the EU statement in response to attacks in Israel, Hamas is listed by the EU. It's like they repeated the same thing. But the most important update of the day came from the EU itself, that the European Union have finally been forced to suspend their funding of the Palestinians, because the EU have been funding Palestine for such a long time. So the aid funds have now been suspended, paused. According to the Commissioner, the European Union is suspending all payments to the Palestinians. All projects are under review. Now, Germany, among others, had previously announced that it would also suspend aid to the Palestinians. The problem with this is that there are a lot of vulnerable and innocent people living in Palestine, and they don't have a good life because the authorities in that place are a bunch of undemocratic, anti-freedom nutters who, even if you give that money to the Palestinian authorities, do you think it's going to go to ordinary people? No. They don't have freedom. They don't have any prospect of anything or any progress. So that's one of the main issues. And they want them to live in hardship, so they get angry, so they could target the Jewish people. But if the Palestinian authorities actually cared about Palestinian people, firstly, they would not use them as a shield, as a human shield that they do all the time, including today and yesterday. The Israeli government sent a warning to everybody in Gaza saying, evacuate for now, because we are going to come and target the Hamas leadership and the buildings. Hamas forced a lot of the people to stay they could get targeted. And this is what's happening now. So they could blame and say, oh, we got martyrs, look at all the bodies, look what the Israelis did. But they gave you a warning, unlike what Hamas did 3 days ago, when they just came in without warning anybody, and they targeted civilians. They did not target Israeli soldiers or government officials. That's the difference. But again, the media is not going to tell you this. The media is just going to go one-sided. Oh, Israel bad, Jewish people are bad. Blah, blah, blah. But now they've been forced to change the narrative. Now they have to support Israel because civilians have lost their lives. Now you can see Israeli flags left, right and center being flown by governments. Oh, now they care. Interesting, right? Anyway, we'll keep you guys posted on this. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.